ang panimula ni Presidente ay actually tungkol sa ekonomiya. But unlike previous presidents, he did not harp on economic achievements because if you take a look at inflation, it has gone down from 5.82 to 5.98 to 3.21 to now 1.8%. Pero sabi niya, inadmit kaagad niya na kung datos lamang yung pag-uusapan, magandang ekonomiya, bumaba yung inflation, dumaming trabaho, pero lahat ito ay palumuti lamang, walang saysay kung ang kababayan natin ay hirap pa rin at nabibigatan sa kanilang buhay. Why do you think this is not making its mark? Is there something wrong here?
I think I think if you put it in that context, no, the broader tone and the broader attempt or aim of the president's address, then you'd understand why it wasn't so triumphalist in terms of its statistical achievements in terms of macroeconomic indicators. And I really appreciated that tone. I really appreciated that it resisted the temptation of just talking about economic numbers, right? And rather focus really on what is being felt on the ground by a lot of Filipinos. Because, for example, in the last WR Numero survey, despite the slowdown in the increase in prices, and that's very important to note, right? There's the inflation rate is lower now, but that doesn't mean that prices have gone back to where it was, or that so it's still a problem for many Filipinos, and so almost half are still saying that they're struggling to meet their basic needs on a daily basis, right? In our last survey, so I think that it hits the right tone that despite some of these achievements, the overall feeling of our fellow mga kababayan natin is that it's a struggle, right? To meet their daily needs. So rather than be triumphalist or even combative, no, I think that's the challenge for past presidents. Sometimes they get combative on their economic achievements, di ba? Kaya they're also punished by the people by a decline in popularity because they feel that what's being talked about in the SONA is not really reflective of what they're feeling on the ground. And this is a case of this is a change, right? And so if you put that into the context that the president delivered the SONA in Filipino, there was a lot of talk of what are the measures that's going to be taken by Malacanang to address itong mga pain points ng ating mga kababayan, then you see that there's really an overall attempt to connect with regular Filipinos, no. So that was the intention, and if you look at that way, very cohesive why the discussion on economic matters was done that way.